have a dilemma. I have a motorcycle in my garage that I have not ridden in, oh my God. I honestly don't remember the last time I rode my road glide. I'm literally looking it up on my Instagram. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, the date today, as I'm filming this video, is October 2nd. I have not ridden my road glide since August 11th. Okay, well, let's go for a ride. Here she is, my pretty girl Eve. Still got the Beamer under wraps and the Dyna under wraps. These poor bikes, man, they ain't getting ridden. But yeah, there's my beautiful road glide, and I'm gonna tell you about the dilemma I have in this video. I guess it probably isn't that much of a dilemma, but honestly, it's been consuming my whole past couple days trying to figure this out. So let's go ahead and back the bike up. You're kind of in the way. Huh. Well, welcome back, old girl, new girl, pretty girl. This is Eve, my 2024 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. As I mentioned, I have not ridden this motorcycle in basically 2 full months, which is deplorable on my end, but I did have my brand new Pan America. I was breaking in, taking some trips on, and having an amazing time with, but I think I'm going to have to take this motorcycle to Florida next week, which, like, okay, Jess rides to Florida again for the 100th time, but I'm only gonna be there literally for 2 days. And the idea of riding 1,000 miles one way for 2 days just seems like something I don't really want to do if I can fly. But the cost of flights right now, because I waited so long to book, are astronomical. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get the bike ready, take her for a ride, see if this is something that I want to do, or if I want to spend $450 to $500 on plane tickets, which I really don't want to do. But haven't ridden this bike in 2 months, so I need to check the tire pressure. I have my Fantic X9 Pro tire inflator in this saddlebag. I haven't ridden the motorcycle in 2 months. That means I haven't checked the tire pressure in probably 3, maybe 4 months, which means I haven't charged the batteries on this Fantic since probably June. So I'm gonna actually get her out of here and see what the battery life is. So this is with it off. I know you can't see because it's LED. There's no way that still has full battery. It says full battery. All right, we shall see. Let's go check the front. And why would the valve stem be somewhere I actually need it to be? Too lazy to move the bike again. Nope, I can't get to it there. All right, that's a bit better. Let's see here. Let me scoot you guys in. This is by far the best tire inflator ever used in my life. You just screw it into your valve stem here. So I don't even have to have a tire pressure gauge with me. This automatically shows me that it is 31 PSI. And if I remember correctly, I believe the front is supposed to be 30 to 35. I better check on that real fast too. 36? No, this is, yeah, wow, 36 PSI in the front. We've had a lot of hot and cold weather here too. So right now it's at 31. I'm going to set it to 36 and then you just press start. So fast. Unscrew it and then pop it back in and it saves battery. I actually bought 3 of these. I bought one for each of my motorcycles that I take out pretty regularly and then one for my car. Because this will pump up car tires as well. And I just showed you that I haven't used this thing, and I'm not even joking, 3 months, and it was still 100% fully charged. So Fantic's actually running a really great deal right now. make eye contact with you because I'm serious. I think if you're watching this video right around Amazon Prime Day, it's on sale. If you use my code linked right here and in the description, you can get it for like 39 bucks. Absolutely obsessed with this thing. I bought 3. So let's see if I can get to the rear now. Oh, and my valve stem is actually in a good location. I think Jordan might have put this on last. It's a little tight. It's so funny because like sometimes I talk about the gear I use on this channel and people could care less. There's something about this little tire inflator that has people absolutely obsessed with it. I get people like meeting me in person and they're like, I bought that little tire inflator, I love it. I'm like, if I can influence you guys on anything, good gear that's important. All right, we're about 5 pounds low on this tire too. So let's pop that up to 40. It never dropped battery percentage. I don't know if you can see that. It's still full battery. I love it. Get yours with the link down in the description, or just check the pinned comment. I try to put them there as well. Pop that little guy away and go ride. Yeah, dude, I have not been on this motorcycle in 2 months, and boy, does it show. Going from being acclimated to a 580-pound Pan America to a probably 900-pound Road Glide, bit of a difference. So yeah, understandably, kind of a weird request to, you know, talk especially to you guys. I know a lot of you are riders. Some of you used to ride, can no longer ride, and so you live vicariously through me. And so for me to be on here and being like, what would you do? Would you hop on a $400 airplane ticket, or would you ride your beautiful motorcycle that's in perfect condition with brand new tires? And by the way, I'm going to talk about these tires. And, you know, if it was like 700, 800 miles away, it's different. That's a day trip. You know, you can make it there in one day, get to your destination. It'd be a long day, but the fact that it's 1,000 miles, like, I got plenty of iron butts under my belt. I don't feel obligated to do 1,000 miles, but 1,000 miles for me takes right around 16 hours straight through, and that's not that big of a deal. But when it gets dark so early now, like we haven't even hit the time change yet, and it's getting dark at like 7:30-ish, it just really makes it hard. You're spending half the day riding in the nighttime, and I'm not very good in the nighttime. My eyeballs ain't as good as they used to be. So that's kind of my dilemma, and I have less than a week to figure this out, because the longer I wait to order plane tickets, the more expensive they get. And as of right now, they're already pretty, for Orlando, come on, Orlando, it's like the mecca for airplanes. So I know there's cheap flights, but I just waited too long. So anyway, that's my dilemma. So I, you know, kind of got to reacclimate to this motorcycle because it is a whole different bike. Jordan was so sweet when I was riding my Pan America down in the Ozark Mountains. He actually got the wiring harness I've been needing and connected my Saddleman seat for me. So yeah, my Saddleman officially has heated seat in it now, and I'm very excited about that because now that it's October, whoo, baby, it's gonna start getting cold. What was that? Was it a bee? Please don't get stuck down my shirt. Dude, the bees, the yellow jackets this time of year, no thank you. I've also had them get stuck in my crotch before, and I've been stung on my thigh, so I'm just a little sensitive. Anyway, as you saw, I aired up my tires, dude. Both tires were down about 5 pounds, which is pretty typical with the fluctuations we've been having and the fact that I literally have not ridden this motorcycle in 2 months. But I wanted to give you guys an update. If you don't know, I put the Michelin Commander 3 touring motorcycle tires on my motorcycle, I think back in May. It could have been late April, but I believe, no, it was in May, definitely. And after putting those tires on, I've only had the opportunity to ride about 6,000 miles since then. And as you probably heard, I haven't ridden in quite a few months. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on how I'm feeling about these tires, because if you remember when I first put them on, I was running the stock Harley-Davidson tires on everything, and I did that because it was cheap. But then I started like actually cruising and crushing miles and doing these long distance road trips, and I realized it wasn't cheap anymore when you have to reset your pair of tires every like 7,000 miles.
I was barely getting 7,000 miles on the stock Harley. So after doing some research and working directly with Michelin Motorcycle, I got the Commander 3s. Ow! Jesus, that was a lot of freaking dirt. So anyway, I put the Commander 3s on last May, put a little over 6,000 miles on these tires, and I have not noticed a single millimeter worth of wear. And I've done more than just highway crushing on these tires. Like, I have hit some really nice twisty roads. I have ridden in different states, but it has been mostly highway miles, and that is where it just kills me the most. You know, that's where you lose a lot of your traction and your tires become as flat as 2x4s. But the thing that freaked me out about the tires at first, because I was used to a lower quality tire, was how much I could feel the road. And I read your guys' comments. I've actually been seeing a lot of the comments on you guys saying, like, you had a lot of humming, you had a lot of wobbles, you had issues in the rain. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really disappointed to hear that, because I'm like, man, for as much as you're paying for these tires, you would think they would be excellent. So I went into these new tires thinking that I was probably gonna experience some of that, and I'm honest, dude, I haven't had an issue. I've ridden this bike through the rain. I had no issues. I have no wobbles whatsoever. I haven't had any wobbles. I haven't noticed a lot of humming. So for those three main factors that I've seen a lot of people talk about, I personally have not experienced it, which thank God, because like that would break my heart. Where are all these trucks coming from where they're just spitting and spewing gravel all over my legs? Jeez. Anyway, so some of the things that I have noticed about these touring tires, there are two different kinds of the new Commander 3s. You have the touring tire, and then you have the cruiser tire. Cruiser tires are probably for a bit more lightweight cruising, like lightweight motorcycles, technically. Like, think of your Softails or your Honda Shadows, or just more, you know, your Kawasaki, like your mid-weight cruiser, stuff like that. This is a big, heavy touring motorcycle, so I had to go with the heavy duty tire. And the thing that freaked me out the most, I keep dancing around this, is the tire is a lot more high quality and a lot more hard, I guess. It's hard. So I felt so much of the road that I wasn't used to feeling on the stock tires. So I remember the first couple times going over like a bump or a rock or just uneven pavement, and I'm like, dear God, what is happening? Like, I'm losing my stability right now. And come to find out, no, that's just like, I can actually feel the road now. I can feel the conditions and feel what my tires are doing. And after about 6,000 miles of that, I like it. Like, I've hopped on some stock tires, and it does feel like you're kind of numb. But these ones, I like that I can actually tell what's going on, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And then the performance of them, I'm trying to get to a little bit of a twistier road up here. And it's not twisty by any means, but it's windy. You know, you can get a good lean on it. Sheesh. And the lean angle on these tires, when I first got them, I thought they felt like they wanted to just dive. And I realized that that's not how it actually was. That was just my interpretation, because I was used to, once again, kind of like a numb state of riding. So having a higher performance tire on a touring bike has allowed me to realize, like, no, this is actual performance you're feeling, Jess, not just like lack of stability. And it's funny because I actually have Michelin tires on my Pan America as well. And it's so funny, that bike feels so tall that I in my brain, I think that I'm going to run out of lean angle. There's no way you're going to run out of lean angle on that bike unless you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. So yeah, on some of these like higher speed sweepers, it feels so smooth to like rock the handlebars and really get into the motorcycle and feel the actual road. Like, I don't know, it's like butter. I really, really enjoy it. So like I said, I have a 1,000-mile road trip that I could do next week, which means a 2,000-mile road trip, because I gotta come back home, and that'll put me at right around 8,000 miles on these Commander 3s. And dude, they're brand new. They literally look brand new. What the heck is a throttle fest? So that's something that, and this is going to sound so funny, like when I have to choose on whether or not I want to ride or fly to places, a lot of the times I'm thinking about the maintenance it's going to take on my bike. I've been doing pretty well, especially, sounds so pretentious saying this, but with owning quite a few different motorcycles, it has actually helped me keep the miles off of my main bike. So I haven't ridden this bike in a couple months and it still has a little over 10,000 miles on it, which if this was my main bike and this was all I was riding, I'd probably be pushing another like 15 to 17,000 miles instead of just 10. So having multiple bikes has been really nice to help keep the maintenance costs down. It's a long ways. But once again, just knowing that I have these like brand new tires and they're gonna be fine, and I still have more than probably 80% life left in them, that makes me want to ride. Now, a lot of you guys have talked about the wetness conditions, the wet conditions of riding with those tires on the roads and how you feel like you didn't have enough grip. I have ridden that motorcycle in the rain plenty, but I don't know if it's a me thing, if it's just a how I ride thing, but I am always hyper aware and hyper conscious of when I'm in very unpredictable weather scenarios. So I haven't noticed a single thing on riding in wet conditions because I'm definitely a more conscious and cautious rider on uneven road conditions. So I have had to do some hard braking in the rain. I have had to do hundreds and hundreds of miles in the rain. And again, I didn't notice a single thing. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I will have a link down to these tires in the description if you want to do some more research on if they are compatible with your motorcycle and any of the reviews down there, because like I said, I still got quite a few thousands and thousands of miles left on these tires. And I'd love to give you like a full proper review in the future if that's something you guys are interested in. So I guess that's my excuse. I should ride. I should ride to Florida again next week. Blast down in a day, blast back 2 days later. So I've been back on the road glide for about 15 miles now, and it's slowly starting to come back to me. The whole foot placement, position, ergonomics compared to being on the Pan America for the past couple months is a challenge for sure. But it's coming back to me pretty quickly, and it's comfortable. When I first took it out of my driveway, I was like, oh girl, woo, you need to be careful. Nothing like hopping on a motorcycle you're no longer familiar with. Kind of sad. So we're officially in October. It is the fourth quarter of the year. What are you guys doing? Like, I know a lot of us northerners, and I'm actually kind of in the middle of the country, but I know a lot of the northerners are already starting to hunker down, especially up in the northeast. I think you guys are getting your first snow of the season, which is nauseating. I'm so sorry. But I'm like, what are you guys doing the rest of the year? What are you looking forward to? Are you going to keep riding? Are you those types of people that you just ride until you can't no more? Or do you winterize your bike at the first 32-degree day? Because, yeah, I've ridden in cold weather, but man, as soon as they put the salt on the road, there ain't no way I'm taking my bike out in that. I've tried it before, and it's just not worth it.
Look at how stinking cute he is. I have the best husband in the world. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys really fast. I don't know if you can really tell on the GoPro, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, there is still so much tread life in these tires. I can stick my whole fingernail down in there. Yeah. I don't know. I'm loving them. I'm loving the whole bike. She's a pretty, pretty girl. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into this Motovlog Monday, and until the next one, you be good, ride motorcycles, and I'll catch you later.